And I tell you what, no matter where in the world Maggie McDaniel is, she's always a phone call away.
Where in the world is Maggie McDaniel?
So we'll find out that answer to that question.
Where in the world is Maggie McDaniel?
By picking up the phone. Good morning, Maggie. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys this morning?
We're doing pretty good. Now, Dave is not feeling too well today. He's home sick.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll get better.
Yeah, I made sure I didn't sit in his chair, though. I want to keep that pristine for him.
You don't want to get what he's got, right?
Right, yeah.
I don't think it transfers that way.
Well, I think he was hanging around. He was hanging around with Pope Francis, so apparently, maybe.
Yeah, I know they're good
There
buds.
Yeah.
They may be pen pals or whatever.
Right.
They had Thanksgiving dinner together, did they?
yeah, I think so. Actually, you're more apt to do that than anybody else because you get to go to all these wonderful places, except the Holy Land right now.
Yeah, which is a disappointment, but we just got to keep praying for them and look forward to the day when this war is over and we can get back there and walk in the land of the birth of our Lord. Absolutely. But it was fun. I listened to I got back late last week and I listened to Steve Greer, who filled in for me, which was wonderful. And for me it was exciting to hear him or other pilgrims talk about what they experienced, because I've experienced it before, but people always ask me too, don't you get tired of going to the same place? And I'm like, no. I said, I see it through their eyes, but then I also got to hear it through his thought and explaining. So for me, it was a treat. I went back, thankfully you're posting it now. I went back and listened to it, and it was really exciting to hear him talk about and what would be his favorite place, maybe if he had 5 minutes to go back. And so, pilgrimage does make a difference in people. And so that's why for me, it's a mission, and I continue to do what I'm doing. And I just pray that, people are physically able and financially able to do a pilgrimage and increase your faith and grow in your faith life.
Yeah, and as Steve was saying last week, that it takes a while for a lot of these memories to really bubble up because you get so much in that. You've got plenty of days during the pilgrimage because you don't rush through this stuff, but it takes several weeks to unpack it all.
Oh, absolutely. It is a lot to process because, one day you're in Assisi and you're visiting, the tomb of St. Francis in St. Clair, and you're praying before the San Damiano crucifix, and you're being able to view the body of Blessed Carlo Acutis. And then the next day you're onto something else. And so you're seeing all this, but you can't process it because now you're visiting the place of St. Benedict and St. Scholastica, or you're visiting Eucharistic miracles, or you're seeing Padre Pio. So when you come home and you kind of get caught back up on your rest, then that's the time, and I think it's beautiful that you now really relive this, and you can relive just the time at the tomb of St. Francis if you want for a couple of days, or you meditated on it, or you can spend as much time as you want now at each of these locations once you're home, which I think, again, lets you interiorize that and grow deeper in your faith. And then maybe you pick up a book on some, one of the saints that you really didn't know much about, and all of a sudden, these places might draw you to them and to read more about them and learn about them. So it's really beautiful how just visiting these places, it doesn't just, you're not there for like going to the beach and you're home and it's over with. Now you're really contemplating all this and growing in your faith and learning more about the saints and the Eucharistic miracles and whatnot as you continue on our journey here on earth.
And Maggie, the one thing that for me, of course, you've gone to these religious historic sites, meant so much to our faith. But first of all, you have people going there for the first time, and even if you've been there several times, you see something different every single time that you go there.
You do, and you hear something different. I even said something to one of our guides. We were in after our tour of the Basilica of St. Peter. I'm like, I don't ever remember hearing that before. You saying that? She says, really? But they have so much information. They cannot give us everything on every location and every site. We'd be there for days. And so a lot of times it just depends on maybe what they're drawn to that today, or the pilgrims that they're with, and what they can see if they're very attentive and they can take in more information, or if we have enough time and the crowds aren't large, so we have more time and we can spend there. So I hear new stuff all the time. I see new stuff all the time, which is really a gift to me as well.
Gorgeous. And you've got some open pilgrimages coming up. I know you're going to Italy with Father Tom Nelson and Mexico with Father Adam Hertzfeld.
Yeah,
That'll be exciting.
Yes, absolutely. We do have some. We still have hotel space for Father Adams. I think we're getting low on the airspace, but that doesn't mean people can't go. They can even book on the same flight with us if they want. They can give me a call and I can get them all set up for that. So yeah, if they'd like to join us, give us a call.
CatholicFaithJourneys.com. Check it out. And man, what a great opportunity. Maggie McDaniel, thank you so much.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Tim. God bless.